My motto is don't throw it away if you can reuse it. Today's episode, this is the love seat I had for about 10 years. I've sat on it multiple hours doing charting when I was working home health, when I'm working on quilts, when I was brushing out dogs, and it's seen better days. I'm going to take this thing apart. I believe the bottom cushions are foam rubber, and that's really expensive to buy. Can be used for another project. I think the back and the arms are polyfill, which I can use to make dog beds, and the frame is wood. So let's get started. Well, it's not a polyfill, it's some kind of filling, but it's more of a hairy type stuff. Polyester fiber fill costs about $4 or $5 for a small bag, so this will make for some nice dog beds. I have the material off the front, and this has foam rubber on the bottom. There's just a mesh piece on the back. Everything's held in with staples, so that will take a while, and I thought you'd like to see what it looked like after I got the material off the front. There's quilt batting on the bottom here. Then I'll have to turn it over and get the rest of it. So I have to take out a bunch of staples. I just use a plier. I get underneath of them and I work back and forth till I get them out, and then I'll have to turn it over and get the underneath side. Okay, I've got most of the material off. There's one little chunk on there I'm going to have to get off later. What you need to do to get the material off is a flat screwdriver, a pair of pliers, and a pair of scissors. Now to tear down the frame, you need a hammer and a pry bar. You just got to figure out which one needs to come off first. These are a little rough. Let's see if I can get it so you can see it without the light being so bright on it. But they're good for framing or cleats. Alright, this is what I'm saving out of the old love seat. All this wood is what I'm going to be putting in the burning barrel. Since I couldn't get the big staples out of the boards, I'm going to cut off the staple part, and that still gives me this much wood to work with in projects. I suppose I could have asked my husband to come out and help me, but I don't like him to help me as much as possible. I like to do most of it on my own. I just didn't have enough muscle to pull those staples out. And just be really careful that you don't hit a staple with your saw blade, because it will nick and ruin your saw blade. So I'll be throwing that away. Okay, this is what I ended up with when I got done cutting it up, and I can use that for projects. And in with the new. I don't buy anything new very often, but I've been looking at this chair or thinking about it. I saw it about 2 years ago. So enjoy my